Home garden tomatoes growing. The tomato is America's most popular home garden crop. Tomatoes require a small area, but repeatedly, they're widely adopted and easy to grow, and have many culinary uses. Tomatoes are rich in vitamins A and C, low in calories, and an excellent source of lycopene, the pigment that makes tomatoes red and has been linked to the prevention of many forms of cancer. Well-grown tomatoes produce an abundance of fruit. Home gardeners have access to many excellent tomato varieties, ranging from new hybrids to tasty heirlooms. When selecting varieties, consider their productivity, disease resistance and potential for fruit splitting. Fusarium wilt and verticillium wilt are two common problems that can be overcome by selecting wilt-resistant varieties and rotating the planting so that these organisms are not able to build up in the soil. Leaf diseases such as early blight cause substantial leaf damage in many home gardens. Although high-quality fruit varieties with resistance to this disease are not generally available, they exist and may soon become more common. The hybrid tomato varieties listed here have been selected for quality fruit and good disease tolerance or resistance and have performed well under Missouri conditions. Resistance key. Resistance to various diseases is indicated by the following letters. V. Verticillium wilt resistance. F. Fusarium wilt resistance. N. Nematode resistance. T. Tobacco mosaic resistance. Better Boy, BFN, an old standee with vigorous, productive plants, Better Boy has maintained its popularity for many years. Fruits are firm and load-shaped and may weigh up to about 1 pound. Quality is good, and production is abundant. Matures in about 75 days. Big Beef, BFN, this variety has a greater range of disease resistance than many others and won an All-America Selections Award in 1994. Fruits are smooth and red, may weigh 10 to 12 ounces and are produced abundantly. Matures in about 73 days. Celebrity, BFNT, this variety was an All-America Selections winner in 1984 and continues to be popular. Plants are determinate, which indicates that vines are short and bushy, not lending themselves to staking. Fruits are firm and red and weigh 7 to 8 ounces. Plants are highly productive, and first harvest can be expected in about 70 days. Early Girl, BF, true to its name, Early Girl matures in only 52 days, making it one of the earliest varieties available. It bears medium-sized fruit of 4 to 6 ounces in abundance on indeterminate plants and probably is best suited as a companion variety to provide early tomatoes from the home garden. Jet Star, BF, this variety has maintained popularity and continues to be a favorite of home gardeners. Fruits are abundantly produced and weigh about 8 ounces. Fruits are crack-resistant, meaty and flavorful. Considered relatively low in acidity. Lemon Boy, BFN, for gardeners interested in yellow tomatoes, Lemon Boy is an old variety that is productive and attractive. Fruits are not a golden color like varieties such as Carolina Gold, but are lighter yellow. Fruits are firm and weigh about 6 to 7 ounces. Plants are vigorous and productive and mature in about 72 days. Mountain Fresh Plus, BFN, this hybrid, semi-determinate tomato matures in about 75 days. The load-shaped fruit has a concentrated scent with good size and external appearance. Performs well staked or in cages. Spare Sweet 100, BF, this vigorous, indeterminate variety yields hundreds of small cherry tomatoes with incredible flavor. Bite-sized fruit are born in grape-like clusters and are widely known for their sweetness. Plants mature in about 65 days. Producing tomato plants. Earliness of production and quantity of fruit produced may be influenced by quality of the plant at the time it is set in the garden. The ideal tomato plant should be 8 to 10 inches tall and dark green with a stocky stem and a well-developed, healthy root system. Producing a transplant of this size usually takes 3 to 5 weeks. A family interested in having only fresh fruit should plant 3 to 5 plants per person. If enough fruit is wanted for processing, then 5 to 10 plants per person should be planted. To get best results with only a few plants and minimal trouble, purchase plants from a local greenhouse or nursery at the proper planting time. If a fairly large number of plants is needed, the plants may be started from seeds in a good, poised seeding mix. When seedlings are large enough to handle, transplant them into individual containers or bedding plant packs for stocky development. Give them plenty of light. If kept in the house, expose the plants to a south window and rotate them regularly to give uniform growth. Daily temperatures should be kept below 80 degrees F, but not lower than 50 degrees F. Tomatoes grow best when they receive full sunshine. Plant them away from trees and buildings to get highest yield. A tomato plant needs a lot of water, so arrange for easy watering. Select a well-drained area because poor soil aeration leads to root loss and physiological problems such as blossom and rot. Preparing soil for planting. Tomato plants grow well in many types of soil. Work the soil only when it is dry enough so it will not stick to tools. Improve garden soil by adding organic matter such as peat moss, leaf mold, well-rotted manure or compost. Tomatoes grow best in nearly neutral soil with pH of 6.5 to 7.0. If soil test results indicate the need for lime, add it in late fall or early spring. Fertilizing. Add a complete garden fertilizer at the time the soil is prepared. For tomatoes, use a fertilizer low in nitrogen, N, high in phosphorus, P, and medium to high in potassium, K. Among the best analyses for tomatoes are 8, 3, 2, 1, 6, and 6, 2, 4, 2, 4. Avoid using ammonia fertilizers such as urea or ammonium nitrate for tomato fertilization. Use a maintenance rate of 1 pound per 100 square feet after the proper fertility level has been developed from previous soil tests and fertilizations. If only October 5, 2005, October 5, 2010, or similar analyses are available, apply 2 pounds per 100 square feet. All fertilizer should be worked well into the top 6 inches of soil. Additional information on soil preparation and fertilization can be found in Moo Extension Publication G6950, Steps in Fertilizing Garden Soil, Vegetables and Annual Flowers. Setting out plants. Set tomatoes in the garden when the weather has warmed and soil temperatures are above 60 degrees F. Temperatures below 50 degrees F impair tomato growth. Before planting tomatoes, remove all clay pots, plastic pots or wood bands from the soil wall. Peat pots may remain. Set plants a little deeper than they were originally growing so lower leaves are near ground. If only leggy plants are available, plant them at about a 30-degree angle in a trench long enough to leave only the top 5 or 6 inches of the plant exposed. Roots will develop along the buried portion of the stem. If the plant is in a peat pot, make sure the entire pot is covered, because exposed portions of the pot will act as a wick and rapidly dry the root ball. Apply 1 cup of a fertilizer solution around the roots after placing the plant in a hole. Use a completely soluble fertilizer high in phosphorus, such as 1,0,5,2,1,7 or 1,5,3,0,1,5 at the rate of 2 level tablespoons per gallon of water. Guard the plant base from cutworms with a wax paper collar about 3 inches high, 2 inches above the ground and 1 inch below. Planting distances. Proper spacing and staking are essential for healthy plants and good fruit production. Planting distance depends on the type of tomato grown. Ideal spacing for home garden tomatoes is generally 24 to 36 inches between plants. Planting closer than 24 inches reduces air circulation around the plants and can trigger disease outbreaks. Large vine tomatoes should be spaced 36 inches apart. Rows should be 4 to 5 feet apart. Staking. Staking improves marketable yield, fruit set and fruit quality, and also makes harvest easier. Staked plants are less likely than unstaked plants to get diseases. Stakes can be made from a 6-foot-long, 1x2-inch piece of wood, pointed at one end. Place it firmly into the ground about 4 inches from the plant at time of transplanting. Use soft cord for tying plants to the stake, and allow at least half an inch of slack for stem enlargement. Many gardeners prefer to support tomato plants in cylindrical wire cages. Mesh should be wide enough for a person's hand to fit through to pick fruits. This method saves time required for staking, pruning and tying. Pruning. Determinate and semi-determinate varieties typically do not require pruning. However, large vine, indeterminate varieties benefit from the removal of some of their axillary or side shoots, or from being topped to prevent plants from becoming too bushy and tall. When plants are grown in cages, less pruning is required. Break out only enough shoots to allow good light and air movement through the cage. Watering. A tomato fruit is 95% water, so tomatoes need lots of water to grow and develop fruit. They should receive 1 to 2 inches of water a week. If this amount is not received as rainfall, then supplemental irrigation is necessary. Soak the soil thoroughly when watering. Frequent light waterings will encourage a weak root system. Mulching with straw, clean hay, compost, paper or plastic will reduce soil water evaporation. Plants growing in small containers may need daily waterings. Side dressing. Fertilizer applied at the time of planting will not supply enough nutrients for the entire season. Too much nitrogen in the beginning results in lush vegetative growth and poor fruit set. Apply the first side dressing when the first fruits are about 1/3 grown. Apply 0.5 pounds of atrial nitrogen per 100 feet of row. This is equivalent to 5 pounds of October 10, 2010 fertilizer. Calcium nitrate is an excellent fertilizer.